Hi there. My name is David Fredman, and I may look familiar to you, but this is the me of the past, and that's the me of the future. We decided to try something different for this piece, because this is the part of the night we try to infuse with a little bit of Torah content. And we, that's me and him over there, have noticed that the word Torah seems magically to create a giant gulf between what the speaker thinks he's conveying and what the audience actually hears. Let me give you an example. And the Lord spoke to Moses saying. Now the speaker's thinking something like, wow, I've got them set up for an amazing revelation. This is gonna knock their talit right off. But the listener's actually hearing something more like, so we have a way to circumvent the problem. Put it on a screen. Everything's better on a screen. But instead of frying your brains with something that's mind-droning and non-productive, we decided to share something which you could take home as a nugget for yourself, and also, coincidentally, is something about Aish.
Brilliant!
Let's zoom in on one of my favorite parts of the Torah, the 10 plagues. It's actually a portion we'll be reading this week. Remember the 10 plagues that decimated Egypt? We had blood, frogs, lice, lions, tigers, bears, oh my! My favorite plague when I was growing up was the plague of darkness. The Torah uses a very interesting phrase when it talks about the darkness. It says, Vayamesh choshech, which is usually meant to translate as, there was a thick, palpable darkness. Nothing could be moved. My teacher gave another explanation for the word Vayamesh. He said that the word Vayamesh could mean, and God rolled off the darkness. Now, what does it mean to roll off the darkness? Let me give you an example. Let's say you decide to go to the Twins game, the Twins home opener this year with your family. Sure, it's in Passover this year, but you're all prepared with your matzah in tow. But on the day of the game, it's raining. And naturally in Minneapolis, there's no retractable roof on the stadium. Because. So what's covering the field? It's the tarp. Now if the sun comes out and they roll off the tarp, what's exposed? The grass. Similarly in the plague of darkness, there was this feeling of darkness. Now what's exposed when you roll off the darkness? Light. In this case, blinding light. Now if you think about it, there's two ways in which our senses can feel something and miss something. One is if the stimulus is too dull, while the other is overstimulated. Our movement can be stopped if we're sitting in pitch thick darkness, but we're also stopped if we have blinding light in our eyes. And I think it's this way with some of us spiritually as well. Some people look at spirituality, growth, Judaism, and connection to a higher power as something which is darkness. It's something they're not interested in. It has nothing to offer them. It's a pitch black hole, and they're not interested in moving towards it. Other people look at Judaism and they see the gravity of the responsibility, the blinding light of it all. And it's overwhelming. Both outlooks prevent connection and spiritual growth. But we have the Torah, Aish Torah, literally the fire of the Torah, the fire that produces that unique light. So the healthy way, the organic way, is letting in just the right amount of light, just the right amount of Torah into our lives to prevent us from being stymied. We embrace something new spiritually until it becomes a part of who we are. It fits into our life. It becomes comfortable. We wear it well. I think this is a great lesson for each of us, and I don't think we have better role models sitting here than the individuals who are in uniform tonight. These are the people who, despite all situations, don't get stifled to move forward when the going gets tough. They don't get spooked out by the darkness. We can use their resilience on the battlefield and put it in our lives as role models for each one of us who are on a spiritual journey. Again, I thank you for all coming to join us tonight for what's going to be an amazing evening. And now, back to me.